Good morning, millennials.
Welcome back to The Toast and happy Thursday. That's right. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. It's sort of like this giddy nature. I am obsessed. It's Thursday.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Let's
It's
celebrate.
Thursday.
Okay, wait. What did we learn last week? We learned that kind of the joy of Thursday greater than the joy of Friday. Let's just be here, you know?
Be present. Be in the moment. It's all ahead of us. What do you have planned this weekend? Oh, you have Ben's birthday celebration. Even though his birthday was yesterday, it's giving toddler.
It's giving Margot Oshry birthday week when she was 19 and she was a nightmare.
It's giving 21-year-old nightmare.
Ben is actually really nuts about his birthday.
I know.
With the Toastiversary party happening right around Ben's birthday, he was on my dick for weeks being when's the Toastiversary party? I need to plan my birthday. I'm okay, calm down.
Not even that. It was more so don't be planning Toastiversary on my birthday weekend. It's your birthday's on a Wednesday. I'm sorry to this man.
And as a man, that's all you get. You get the Wednesday and that's it.
But he took Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and he'll take Saturday for the hangover.
He didn't take Thursday. He's actually gone all day today with your husband on a work trip.
Yeah, they are. Sayonara.
You know what? I needed a break from all birthdays, for me. And I don't know if this is going to, maybe I'm exposing myself, being a little too honest. But that's what I do here on this podcast. And I would love to know if anyone can relate. Other people's birthdays are, people that I'm very close to, friends and family, honestly, just family.
Because you're only close to your family.
Literally. But I would only say this about
just kidding. We have a couple great friends. Shout out to our great friends.
Agreed. We have 7 and I love them all.
They're like family.
And, they are. I would trust them with my life. Of course. Well, Tinks is family. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So this is going to be a really honest thing of me to say. But when it's other people's birthdays, you, honestly, or we're together, or Ben, and
say it with your chest. Say it with your whole chest.
And I spend the day with someone on their birthday. I find it really difficult to get through. Really, really, it's some of my least enjoyable moments.
Okay, so say it's my birthday and we have a great brunch. Say we go to Bergdorf's and we do shopping and it's a great birthday. You're having trouble.
Yeah, and I find because you have to act different towards people on their birthday. You have to be yeah, you know, and
you have a hard time being towards me.
I honestly, the more I talk about it, I'm really not talking about you. Maybe I'm exclusively talking about Ben.
I feel like you are, because also you have to be about things that you don't want to be doing. At least when it's me or one of the sisters, we all have the same interests. So it's a fun swirly day. It doesn't sound like yesterday was swirly.
Actually, yesterday was really nice. Me and Ben had a fabulous lunch at Cipriani. It was really good. And then I took him shopping because, I was I could buy you a birthday present or you could just pick it out. Let's save ourselves time and energy of making returns. He got a fabulous Prada coat, being a diva in the store. Then he got a massage. I sent him for a 90-minute massage so I could relax. And then he came home. Oh, I did make him do one husband thing because Ben has been complaining about the way our cabinet is organized with our spices. And I'm all right, I have to do the influencer thing. I have to get the jars with the stickers. And so
do you use my affiliate link for my storefront?
I didn't get what you got. I got a separate apparatus because your spices are in a pull-out door pantry thing.
Oh, you got
Mine
a
are
rack.
In a cabinet. I got a rack. And I made Ben spend 45 minutes unboxing, filling up he wanted to kill me, filling up the spices with the funnel, sticking the stickers on the top if they didn't have the right label, writing it in with the white marker. We did it, and it being 2 people, it really took 20 minutes, but I know he wanted to kill me. That was the one husband thing I made him do.
Even though it's ultimately for him, because who uses the spices? Him.
Exactly, that's what I said.
But it's nice looking, that's for you, because he would use spices, left out on the table, start
exactly
cutting them up, credit card.
And then we went to dinner with his family at this new kind of hotspot kosher restaurant. It really was a hotspot. I thought I was going to be the only celebrity there. I'm telling you, I'm in my attracting celebrity phase. I told you, I've just been seeing celebrities a lot,
Yeah, so who was there aside from you?
I certainly wasn't expecting to see one at Malka, the new kosher restaurant on the Upper West Side. But she's an ally through and through, Meghan McCain. She was eating at the kosher facility.
Oh,
I wrote the chat.
You did, but I had so much going on yesterday. I barely got to enjoy the chat. And that's devastating. And I saw what you wrote, but in like a mirage, and I never got to come back to, because I saw it was like.
And she also gave me like a good piece of gossip, and I put it in there too.
I saw, and I was like, oh, I need to like save this conversation. Like, I'll check back in with it later. And I completely forgot. It feels like a dream, but that's exciting.
It was exciting, especially because like we have like texted and DM'd for years, like initially about Bravo. And then when we got canceled, she was like one of the few people who publicly were like, everybody lay the fuck off these girls, please. And I like never forgot it. And I always just like, I have a really warm disposition towards her. And then recently she's been such an outspoken advocate for Israel and the Jewish people. So she's just like, in my book, she's golden. I love her.
She's family.
She's like family, like Tinks. Except I've weirdly never met her.
Yeah.
And so I felt weird being like, Megan? And like, I was like, thank God she recognized me, because we really haven't. And she did recognize, don't start, bitch.
Claudia, I know that I wasn't going to say anything like that. Like, I am privy to
I can feel your energy. I can feel your energy.
Then your radar is so off, because like, I know how like digitally close you are with her.
Okay, no, I thought you were going to make a joke.
No.
I was pushing off your joke.
What was my joke going to be?
Did she recognize you?
No.
Okay, good. Because she did.
No, like your relationship with Meghan McCain is like literal sisterhood compared to your relationship with Makeup by Mario.
You know what? I don't want to get into this because one of us is gonna end up hurt.
Okay,
and I fine. It's gonna be me.
Fine, but like all I want to say is just stop assuming the worst in me. That's what I want to say.
Valid. I won't, but it's a valid feeling.
Thank you.
So yeah, it was just kind of fabulous. And then the day ended and I was like, TG, because it was like a laundry list of things I needed to yell at Ben at, but I couldn't do it on his birthday. So this morning he woke up super early, went on his flight to his work trip. And while he was on the plane and I woke up, I sent him like a litany of things I was upset with him about yesterday. And they were all so valid.
Can you tell us? Like, give us an example of the kinds of things that like upset you.
No, I don't want to. I can't, because I'll tell you why.
It's too personal.
No, it's not. Okay, you know what? I'll just text it to you.
And I'll try to understand why. Like, I don't need you to like bear all about your relationship, but sometimes there are like universal things that we could just all relate to that are like healthy issues to have with your partner. You know, like the time he almost missed the pharmacy and getting my migraine medication. Right. Oh, yeah, you can share that. Okay.
Because yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, and that would
yeah. Okay.
That would elicit a strongly worded text from me as well.
Of course. So yeah, Ben cheated on me. No kidding. So thank God that's over. And I actually, even though Ben is being a diva about his birthday this weekend, it's so nice to have like fun things planned for the weekend. So Friday night, he's decided to celebrate his birthday with his friends, like over like a really fun lit Shabbat dinner, which actually sounds so fun and not like crazy, like 4 a.m, you know?
Yeah.
And we're also going to Olivia Rodrigo. So it'll be a nice weekend.
Oh, that's nice. I have some fun weekend plans that I'll share on Monday.
Are they with Mary Orton?
No, I'm seeing Mary Orton in 2 weeks.
Good. I hope you guys have the best time. I hope you guys drink awesome shooters and have an awesome time and just soak up each other's awesomeness.
I just want to say, speaking of Mary Orton, when Claudia's in Israel, I'm doing co-hosts for the Toast, and I shared on the Patreon some of the co-hosts that I'm having, and I do want to keep it like buzzy, you know?
Yeah.
But not only do I have really exciting co-hosts, 3 things are exciting. Exciting co-host. 1, actually, no sisters that week. Bittersweet.
I think it's good. Sisters are like last resort.
Yeah. No, it's a sign of good things, but like I miss my sisses.
Yeah.
And 3, I actually have 2 people who will be shooting with me in my studio.
That is so amazing.
I've never had a guest in studio with me.
It's Toast HQ So Flow a dish, and it's fabulous.
I got to get my AC working in here.
You got to clean up.
Okay, rude. I will. No, it's just a pile of merch right there that the bins I got on Amazon were too small to accommodate.
Of course they were. Also, so you're doing a week of co-host when I'm in Israel, which is so fab, because I feel like you haven't done co-host in so long, and I'm excited to be a consumer of that content. But then a few weeks later, I've decided I am going to LA for the 5K. And then I'm like, as long as I'm traveling 6 hours, I might as well make a meal of it. So I'm going to do 5 episodes in LA. Of course, I have Tinks booked. That was like the first call I made. But I kind of wanted to go out of our usual circle
out of network.
People. Out of network, especially because it happens to be a big week in LA that week. It's the 5K. It's the Netflix is a Joke festival. So I've been in contact with Tim Dillon. He said he will do it, but like we'll see if it actually comes to fruition. Mm-hmm. I've also been in contact with Brooke Schofield. Now, I feel like the Toasters know who Brooke Schofield is, and I, for one, am obsessed. And I'm sensing a pattern because the last time I was in LA, I got connected on text with Tana Mojo, and I was like, Tana, will you please do the toast? And she was like, oh my God, yes. Literally ghosted me. I was put on text with Brooke Schofield, and I was like, Brooke, I love you. I don't know if you know who I am, but like, I love the toast. I love you. The toasters love you. Like, it's a really great podcast. You'll love it. Like, please. And she was like, of course. It's like, okay, let me know who to reach out to. Ghost. So I'm really rooting for Brooke Schofield to come on the toast. Another out-of-network girly.
I just want to say, Tinx is technically out-of-network since she's never done it before.
Yes. But I feel like Tinx's content is really similar to ours. A lot of our followers are Tinx's followers, especially since we became sisterhood. Sisterhood.
Yeah. No, she'll be in network soon enough, but it's an inaugural thing, so it's fresh and different, and it's new for the network.
And Ben is traveling with me, so just know, like, if Ben does an episode with me, it's because I couldn't find anyone else.
Of the caliber that you're looking for. You could find
of people. Of course. Of people who I want new people. I want someone who's ever been on. Like, I want to shake it up Chicago, shake it up Los Angeles.
You could do someone who's been on. That's amazing. There are some really good ones out there.
Of course. No, we've had
in network.
In network, out of network. We've had some fabulous people on this show.
And I also feel like I barely broached my network. Like, I was kind of like brimming with more people to ask. So if you're like listening, like, oh, why didn't you ask? Like, my text was on its way to you, but then things got kind of like confirmed really quickly. There's
also like a 4% chance I just like extend my trip in Israel. So good to have people on the backup, you know?
Oh, for sure. Okay, cool. You think so?
I don't know. I just feel like I'm going to get there and like it won't be enough time. And I'll feel like overwhelmed with like emotion and motivation to keep going and volunteering, you know?
Yeah, and farming. They need farm hands for real.
Do they?
Yeah, because the farms were attacked. They were like burned down. A lot of the farm workers were murdered or they're off fighting in the war.
Right.
And they like totally decimated the farms. It was like an intentional thing to like get at the Israeli economy.
Yeah.
I think like their production is down 30% since October 7th. They burned fields. They shot and like disconnected the feeds for like chickens and stuff. So they didn't even kill the chickens. But in the aftermath of October 7th, they didn't realize that those machines were broken.
Starved.
Like thousands of chickens died of starvation. No one there to pick the crops.
Can we volunteer at a farm? ? I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to save the Israeli agricultural system, Turdy. I need to like get clothes, like not like fabulous clothes, obviously. Like I need like work clothes. I was thinking about I need like work boots.
Yeah, you need work boots. And then I think just like like Lululemon.
Athleisure. I know. I need to go head over to Aloe, Lululemon, etc.
Yeah.
Also, we have like a very exciting month coming up at the Toast. We're about to celebrate our 6-year Toast anniversary, which maybe we'll do a Patreon episode, like at a glance. Looking back on the years, things of that nature. Maybe take questions about like favorite moments. That's a good episode.
That is a good episode. Also, speaking of an anniversary, today is 1 year. A year ago today, I got my cerclage, my first one.
You're lying.
I know. It's really sort of like, it's been
Chilling.
top of mind for me. I've been thinking about it a lot. I feel like it's like, I'm thinking about it, even like, I don't know, processing it more now than I even did then.
We couldn't really take stock of what was going on in the moment.
Because we had to keep moving.
Once, that day in your bed, that was one of the worst days of my life, and it wasn't even about me. Like, oh my God, that was horrible.
Yeah. So that was today, the flight.
Today was the day where like we hadn't recorded the episode yet. You were like, I'm scan in the morning. I'll be right back.
I'm seeing this new doctor who's just gonna like look at it and tell me I need a cerclage. And
not a cerclage.
Yeah, no, the second doctor I was going to see so that they could look at me, like confirm I needed a cerclage, like Dr. Fox had been saying over the phone.
Yeah.
And then I would get the procedure down here. But they looked at me and they were even like more pessimistic than the doctor the day before. And they were just kind of like, go home and wait. And then Dr. Fox was like, if you come up tonight, we can do it here.
So you got the cerclage tonight. We were on the plane today?
We were on the plane today. Yeah, a year ago today we were on a PJ.
Pittsville, USA, population cerclage.
Serious Pittsville, but two positive pivots. One, Dr. Fox. Of course. No, but I'm just like pivoting the conversation because Dr. Fox, who's the GOAT, you guys, he's a household name here at the Toast. He actually has a book coming out with Emily Oster.
I was just going to say that.
And I think anyone who's been pregnant or given birth like knows Emily Oster because she is the go-to. She wrote Expecting Better, which was the one pregnancy book I did read. And then she wrote Crib Sheets, which is about like baby stuff, like, you know, baby book. And Dr. Fox co-authored her next book with her. And it is about
Dr. Fox.
Yeah. Not Dr. Fox, like being a
celebrity. No, I got invited to the lunch party. I was like, oh, okay, lunch party in this like fancy townhouse. I'm like, okay.
okay. And the next book is about like pregnancy after a complicated pregnancy. So
That's literally you.
yeah, that's what he said when he was telling me about it. Like, it's literally me. So check it out. It comes out in May. And speaking
Check it
of
out.
books,
What's it called?
I'm going to just look it up
No,
quickly.
you do Redheads. I'll find it because it's in my email.
Speaking of books, the Redheads dropped today.
So big.
And I loved the book, and I loved this
It's called
episode.
The Unexpected, Navigating Pregnancy During and After Complications. I
Yeah.
like that.
So if that is in your wheelhouse, definitely pre-order it. But speaking of books, the Redheads dropped today. I loved the book so much. I need you to read it because I think you would really like it. I keep telling you. Bye, baby.
I know, by the way, I haven't read a book.
It's
crazy. I'm like so off reading.
No, Claudia, I only read one book a month now, and it's for the Redheads. And that's why I'm also grateful for the Redheads, because I wouldn't be reading right now.
I've literally, in the last couple of months, only read my book club book, and my next book club book is Demon Copperhead.
Read this first. It'll take you 2 to 3 days.
I'm just like kind of preparing. But by the way, the last book I read, I believe, was
your last book club.
Yeah, First Lie Wins. And then before that, did you hear about Kitty Carr? And then before that, one dumb romance book, and then a book club. No, my God, I've only read 6 books this year.
No, I know, but it's just, I guess, not reading high time reading season right now. But read this; it'll get you like back. It'll get the bug, and the author wrote "Tell Me Lies," which we love.
Yes.
So it was so good. The episode was weirdly it was
fighting,
polarizing. Yeah, like 2 really liked it, 2 not as much.
I love when the girlies fight.
Yeah, because that way also the listeners, everyone's represented, whether you liked the book or not. There's something for you in the episode, and like. As I said, Redheads Revolution, like the girlies got ring lights, like things are happening at the
girlies got ring lights?
We got ring lights because we're going to be making clips.
You know me, like clips mean everything to me. I'm so excited. I feel like that actually will turn a lot of people into listeners. Not enough people know about the Redheads. Like in this, the people who listen to the toast, if they read, I feel like they join the Redheads. If they don't read, there's really no hope for them in terms of becoming a redhead. But I feel like not enough people know that there is this like monthly book club podcast out there that's like really just doing what nobody else is doing.
Yeah, and this book, this would actually be a great time to become a redhead because like the content is great, but also this book I really think most people will like, and it's like a fun girly book with also a bit of intrigue. And then the next book is A Snitch's Choice, which is always like a fun, easy read. We're reading When We Were Enemies, classic snitch title.
Oh, maybe I'll do 2 redheads books in a row. Also, major reading update for me is I bought this Kindle Oasis off of a toaster. Actually, I was like, I'll pay you, or like, do you want just like a shit ton of merch? And she went for the merch, and I covered the shipping. So like everybody won. And then literally I got it a few days ago, and then yesterday Amazon reached out, be like, we're just continuing the Oasis. Do you want one? We have one laying around the office. So I will have 2, but
you'll need it for when you lose the old one.
Exactly. But what do you think's next for Kindle? Like, what do you think is the next Kindle? Like Oasis was their big new thing, and they're discontinuing it for reasons unknown. It's literally the most popular one. I tell everyone about it. It's the best one.
So I think in size, it will be similar to that in Paperwhite. But I guess when I'm looking at it, like the black stripe on the right with the buttons, like why is it so wide? Doesn't need to be that wide.
Yes, you do. You need a place to rest like your big ass hand.
I don't know. I think they're just like redesigning it. I think it could be more ergonomic.
But I don't know why they're discontinuing this one without launching the new one. Like there needs to be overlap. Like there's going to be a drought for a while. Yeah. And I'm sorry, the Paperwhite, it doesn't cut it for me.
And do you think there's a correlation between Kindle discontinuing like their best product and Jeff Bezos being number 3, 1 billion behind Elon?
I think there's definitely a correlation between the Kindle being discontinued and Jeff Bezos sort of like being very lax in his work ethic. He's happy, he's engaged, he's traveling, he had this big 60th birthday. I feel like he hasn't been attending meetings. He's kind of like, some men, not a midlife crisis, but he's acting like a teenager again because he's in love. Like, I think that's reflective in, the lack of product launches from Amazon. I do.
Interesting. Do you think Jeff Bezos reads on a Kindle?
No, I think he reads when he's drunk, just a little drunk, and he reads the newspaper.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I think Lauren Sanchez reads on a Kindle, like
for sure.
Smut.
For sure. Like, I've never been more certain of anything in my life.
Yeah, she should become a redhead.
I love Thursday shows because, yesterday we were busy. We had Vanderpump Rules, we had Dear Toasters, and we had the stories. So, it was like, a chug along to make sure we hit all of the things we needed to hit. And then Fridays we have Weenie and Queenie of the Week. Last Friday we had Employee of the Month. And Thursdays just have become kind of a respite for me. Like very relaxing, girly girl chit chat. They can be as long or as short,
Yeah, and the stories I think reflect that.
Oh, they have a relaxed sort of karmic energy to them?
They have a there's not much going on sort of energy to them.
Love.
Yeah. I actually need to organize them.
Sure. So I have a little bit of business to attend to if you'd like to do that.
Without further ado, here are the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
And the Fast 5 stories that you need to know are brought to you by KiwiCo Panda Crate, a bi-monthly subscription for babies 0 to 24 months. It's perfect for brain-building play, and it's made fun. The products are made with care. KiwiCo baby products are free of BPA, phthalates, and lead, and they only use non-toxic water-based paints and finishes. So what is KiwiCo? What comes inside the Panda Crate? So it's safe, science-backed play. When it comes to babies' playtime, trust matters, and KiwiCo is going above and beyond. It was designed in partnership with experts at the Seattle Children's Hospital. KiwiCo Panda Crates have products that are not only safe and of high quality, they're also age appropriate, supportive of your baby's growth, and helpful in brain building. I feel like if you spend any time with a child, you know how difficult it is to keep them entertained. I feel like we get these toys and they're done in minutes. They're lights and colorful, and it's never really stimulating. And KiwiCo Panda Crate is meant to be engaging, meant to be stimulating. It's designed with care. Their thoughtful quality design choices and materials promote healthy development. Their products are designed with high quality materials, ensuring that they stand the test of time. It's meant to nurture your little one's growing brain through fun and engaging play. Unlock your brain building play with KiwiCo Panda Crate. Get 20% off your first month with code TOAST at kiwico.com/panda. That's 20% off your first month at kiwico.com/panda. That promo code is TOAST at kiwico.com/panda, code TOAST. Today's episode is also sponsored by BetterHelp. It can be easy to ignore our social battery and spread ourselves thin, especially with social gatherings picking up after the winter seasons. You might be invited to a ton of alfresco dining situations, and that could actually be taxing. What's the right amount of socializing for you? How do you recharge? Maybe you thrive around people, or maybe you need some more alone time. Are you an extrovert? Are you an introvert? Therapy can help you give the self-awareness to build a social life that doesn't drain your battery. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's done entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suitable to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire, get matched with a licensed therapist. And once you do, you'll be able to communicate with them in whatever mode or medium that's comfortable to you. So if you want to talk on the phone, if you want to text, if you want to video chat, you can choose how you talk to your therapist. And a great thing about BetterHelp that a lot of people love is that you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. So sometimes, you meet with a therapist, it's just not a match. It's not a reflection on them. It's not a reflection on you, but it's so personal and so personality based that sometimes it takes like 2 or 3 times to find the right person. And it's so easy on BetterHelp as opposed to like canceling with one person in real life. That's so awkward. And then going and traveling to a bunch of different offices, trekking. No, BetterHelp makes it super, super easy to switch up a therapist. Find your social sweet spot with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/toast today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/toast. BetterHelp.com/TOAST for 10% off your first month of BetterHelp.
Thank you, Claude.
You're welcome.
Our first story, Chance the Rapper and his wife, Kirsten Corley, break up after 5 years of marriage.
Shocking.
Was that sarcastic?
No. Oh. I happen to randomly know about Chance the Rapper. Before he got famous, he had this woman and he just loved her and he stayed loyal no matter how famous he got. And there was a point in time where he was the biggest thing. All night I've been drinking, all night I've been drinking, all night I've been drinking it. And he stand by your man, really stood by her. And I felt so strong.
Yeah, well, she posted to Instagram saying, after a period of separation, the two of us have arrived at the decision to part ways. We came to this decision amicably and with gratitude for the time we spent together. God has blessed us with 2 beautiful daughters who we will continue to raise together. We kindly ask for privacy and respect as we navigate this transition.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
You hate to see a pre-fame relationship bite the dust. Of course it reminds me. in a different way.
Robert Herjavec.
Yes. Now, Robert Herjavec, I felt had bad intentions. I don't feel as though Chance the Rapper does. But it just does remind me. I hate to see, you know, a man get successful and then leave. No, I don't think he's leaving her. Like, they had kids and he's not even at the height of his fame anymore. It's different, of course. But I do love when a woman does it. You know, Casey Musgraves in her first marriage.
Yeah.
Not Rustin Kelly, the other guy. I was thinking about him the other day, actually.
Were they married?
Engaged? No, no, you're right. They weren't married, but they were in like a 7-year relationship.
I think
like,
they were
really
together
long.
longer than she was with her husband.
Yeah, when she got famous, if you watch like some of her like Follow Your Arrow music videos, he was in her band.
He was in her band, yeah.
He's in every music video. He's like kind of the short one with like the buzz cut. And I kind of loved, I'm not gonna lie, I loved that era for Casey Musgraves. I did. But when she left him, I was like, this is right. You know, that feels
right. Yeah.
And then when she was with Rustin Kelly, I said, that doesn't feel right.
You think? Yeah, because it was your least favorite trope of two people who do the same thing and the woman is far more successful than the man and it can never work.
And actually, I was thinking recently about that generation of young women in country who all married men in the industry who were less successful than them and how they all fared. And for a while, I was trying to remember, did Maren Morris get divorced?
I think so.
Yeah, she was the last one. First it was Casey Musgraves, then it was Kelsey Ballerini. They both were married to country stars whose names, if you're not into country, you probably never heard. And then Maren Morris and Ryan Hurd. And he's a very successful songwriter. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to like fame and people buying his own music that he released, he wasn't nearly as popular as Maren. So yeah, was that all three? They're all gone?
Yeah.
That was a crazy time.
So can it work?
No, not in country.
Does it work anywhere else?
Let's think. So, two people who do the same thing where the woman is like much more successful.
Like a big actress and a small actor.
I feel like a lot of the female actresses, they're really smart. They marry people in the industry, but who aren't
behind the scenes, yeah.
Directors, agents, producers.
No, I feel like two actors marry each other is a nightmare, especially like huge.
Okay, John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. They're on the same level.
They defy the odds.
They defy the odds. I would say maybe she's a little bit more famous than him.
I think they go back and forth.
No. Yeah.
It depends what just came out. They're so even.
She's more Oscar and he's more commercial. Like he does Jack Ryan, you know? Nobody watches that show.
They're so evenly matched.
Everybody watches that show, but he wins no awards.
It has to be a perfect match in terms of success.
Yeah, I mean, I added to the list of things I'm always bringing up. Like in terms of success, perfect match, but different industries and why it works. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman.
Yeah. But seriously, both at the top of their industry. So again, same exact level of success, more or less.
Yes, and I think it works even better because they're not in the same industry. There's really no overlap.
Yeah, but there are a lot of country couples, big and big.
Yeah, it's like that's a thing. Faith and Tim, Trisha and Garth.
Tammy and
George
and Tammy, even though they were together for 5 minutes, according to the show.
Who else? I love this game. Well, and also, I don't believe Chance's wife was in the industry at all. So.
No. Oh, yeah. We've gotten completely off subject.
Yeah, but it's hard to not get into that line of discussion because it's one of my favorite things to talk about.
Yeah. So I guess because it feels too soon, I'm not going to do it.
Oh, you know who's like kind of no, it's too soon
to add him to the list
kind
of
a couple who, well, of course, Beyonce and Jay-Z, but they're kind of not in the same industry anymore. And who would you say is more famous?
Like, I think it just depends on your POV, because for me, it's Beyonce.
Yeah. You know who's another couple who's like kind of equally matched? They're not like the most famous though, but they're really William H. Macy and Felicity Huffman.
Are they still together?
I think so, even though he let her go to prison.
I feel like they're not. I don't know why I feel that, because also he went to the Homeless Not Toothless Gala on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
He did?
Yeah, they kept saying like, William H. Macy's going to be here. And it's like, wouldn't he be with his wife?
That's true. Oh, wait, here. I just Googled Ashton and Mila. He's more famous, I think. But it works.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively.
Yeah. Classic.
But there's really not like a ton on this list. Ben Affleck and J-Lo, it's too soon to tell. Oh, I think like an OG, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson.
Yep.
Yeah.
At one point, Kim and Kanye.
Yeah.
That's crazy that they were together, you know?
Yeah, that was kind of a mirage.
Yeah. So sad. When I climb into bed, I start feeling sad.
Yeah, no, this sucks. Like I love a famous person with someone who's like not, well, only when it's a man. I love a famous man with like a not famous woman.
Yeah.
I hate when a woman does it. It's like, girl, what are you doing?
But then we also say get a businessman beau.
Businessman beau is different. I'm talking about just like not famous.
Like average Joe.
Yeah, no, like a titan of industry is different.
Okay, cool.
Ever since I heard the phrase titan of industry, I've said it now 3 times on the show, I've realized it's become one of my favorite things.
It's a great term.
I heard it in like kind of a sad capacity when someone was speaking about how like, you know, history always repeats itself and this is what happens to Jews. They're expelled from lands, they go to new lands, they're excommunicated, they're forced to, you know, start their own industries, and then they become titan of industries, and then they become so assimilated, and then there's resentment, and then that's like the peak.
And then there's scapegoat again.
And then Holocaust.
Yeah.
So I don't love how I learned the phrase titan of industry. Nevertheless, it's a good phrase.
Yeah. Are you ready for our next story?
Yes.
Elizabeth Hurley is reacting to the theories that she took Prince Harry's virginity.
Okay. Question mark?
Elizabeth Hurley was shocked by unfounded theories that she was the older woman who took Prince Harry's virginity. Because in his book...
I totally see it, by the way. It's giving Diana and Nate in Gossip Girl.
Yeah. In his book, he talks about how an older English woman took his virginity in, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, just leave me alone, Gloucestershire.
No, Jackie, it's Gloucestershire.
And Gloucestershire? I don't know. Gloucestershire. And people were speculating that it was Elizabeth Hurley. So she was on Watch What Happens Live on Wednesday. And of course, Andy had to ask her.
Did Harry say it was a actress?
No, he just said an older English woman.
So it could have been someone's gran. Like, it could have been anyone.
Yeah, no, it could have been like a society lady. And I think people actually did kind of piece together who it was. But names in the running included Elizabeth Hurley. And she said that was ludicrous. She said, quote, he said she was English. She was older than me. It was in Gloucestershire. And they were like, it's Elizabeth.
It's so true.
It was absurd. It was ridiculous. She said she's never even crossed paths with him. I've never met him in my life.
Well, that's shocking.
That is surprising.
Two British royals.
I know for a lot of people, like, it's giving Nate and Diana. But for me, it's the royals on E. She plays the queen.
Oh my God, that show.
That show was so amazing.
That girl is still married to the guy, right? From the royals, Alex Park.
She's married to which guy?
I don't know. She like married
Jasper?
Someone. Double check. Or maybe they dated. But no, I think they're married.
Alexandra Park. I feel like, no, you're onto something. This is familiar.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it was Jasper.
Just who's her husband? Is she married?
How do you know who she is?
I have no idea. That's so funny because I never watched the show. And I just remember the actress who played like the main girl. Oh my God, no, wait, sorry. She's married to James Lafferty from One Tree Hill.
Oh, cool.
That's why her name sounded familiar to me because it triggered me.
I was going to say, I can't believe you brought that up.
Yeah, unintentionally. Moving on. One thing I have to say, like, this is why you've got to love Andy Cohen because, like, he's asking the questions nobody else is asking.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we cleared that up. And honestly, her response is hilarious. Although, like, if I had read the book, I would have imagined Elizabeth Hurley, too, in my brain.
Yeah. Both, like, the real woman because she's just, like, a fabulous English woman, but also because of every character she plays.
Exactly. And, you know, she is older than Harry. She is British. And, like, she's very sexy. And, like, I don't know. It's not that far off. It's not.
Yeah. But unfortunately, it wasn't her.
Damn. I wish it was.
Are you ready for our next story?
Yes.
Some more.
What number?
3.
Yeah.
Some more inter-celebrity news.
Okay.
Michael Douglas discovers he's related to Scarlett Johansson on Finding Your Roots.
I love this show.
So Michael Douglas has discovered a fellow actor is also a distant relative, Scarlett Johansson, on the PBS series Finding Your Roots. The host revealed that he is a DNA cousin of Scarlett. He said, "Are you kidding? Oh, that's amazing. All right, this is cool. This is so cool."
So Michael Douglas is Jewish?
I was just thinking that too.
I think he is, by the way.
Maybe he is.
It's not like the craziest thing. He's like looks kind of.
Oh yeah, the two actors' branches of shared DNA appeared on Scarlett's maternal lines, which stretch back to Jewish communities in Eastern Europe. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're all related.
Well, of course, yeah. I like this show. I don't know what it used to be called. Olivia was obsessed with it. It's like, who do you think you are? It was like
yeah
on TLC, and they got a lot of celebrities to agree to do it, and they did these extensive ancestral like background checks, and they've learned a lot of things about different families and different people, and then connected celebrities to other celebrities, and it was such a great show. And clips from that show are constantly coming up on my TikTok, and it really was such a brilliant concept. I didn't know they were still doing it on PBS, and I love that.
Yeah, that was like Ben Affleck, right? He found out that his ancestors were slave owners.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I should probably double check that.
Yeah, that's giving major yikes energy.
Yeah.
BYE, by big yikes energy.
Ben Affleck's great-great-great-grandfather owned 25 slaves, according to a deleted segment of Finding Your Roots.
Okay, like, it's not his fault. Like, no, deleted segment. Why do they have to delete it? Like,
no, but
it's just unfortunate. But that's our history. Like,
yeah, it's unfortunate, and maybe they just like done.
Wasn't that a thing on Southern Charm too? I mean, that makes a lot. I mean, it's from Boston, so it's like not that crazy, but it made like Southern Charm is like a lot of their families because the big families, Calhoun, like they all.
Yeah. No, it's very real.
I would love to get this done. Like, do you have to be a celebrity to go on the show?
Or are there like companies that do it for lay people?
Because like when you're of Eastern European Jewish descent, a lot of your history is like, not your history, like your ancestry is fakaked because we were all murdered at one point in time.
Yes, and of course the companies that do it for lay people are like Ancestry.com and 23andMe.
No, that's not the same.
You know, when they're not like getting all their data leaked.
Yeah.
But like people who are going to like make you a detailed chart, tell you like what this person did, if you have any like notable relatives. Yeah, like a whole 360 version.
Yeah, no, Ancestry.com is very like on the surface, and I don't want to give all my information to like this fakaked company.
I'm sure there are like PI types who do this like privately for families.
I would love to do like a big ass family tree. Like, well, I would like to just honestly hire someone to do it. I don't want to do it myself.
I'm sure this is some people's jobs. They like comb through records and they
Hopefully someone will now reach out. Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah, I think it's so fascinating. Personal
and imagine
history.
Getting to go on TV and have someone do it for you. That's the dream. I'm getting publicity and a family tree.
Yeah, unless you're Ben Affleck, and then it's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this.
It's some questionable. Yeah. Yikes.
Are you ready for our next story?
I don't know. I climb into bed and I start feeling sad. I feel like we're really rushing through these stories. Like, not intentionally.
No, not intentionally. That's what I tried to tell you at the top of the show.
You did. You tried to tell me and I wouldn't listen.
So I guess we could slow it down with this think piece. So
Well, no, sorry.
No,
Before
ready.
you slow it down with your think piece, I have to let you know that the think piece is brought to you by Nutrafol. So we use Nutrafol. We've been using Nutrafol because if you have any sort of hair issue like hair thinning, hair shedding, Nutrafol has a proactive approach and is going to target the root causes of those issues to help you, be solution oriented. When my hair was like literally being brushed out and there were chunks on the floor, I freaked out. But instead of crying, no, I was solution oriented, and a lot of people recommended a bunch of different things to me. One of them being Nutrafol. I did it. I'm glad I did do it. And here's why. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, with over 1 million people seeing thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding. So you might have whatever type of issue. For me, I realized when I picked up like my front pieces, my scalp was like really visible. Like the scalp to hair ratio was not giving what it needed to be given. And then when I would like, curl my hair or brush my hair or take a shower, I would just notice a lot more hair at the bottom of the drain or on the floor than I thought was healthy. So Nutrafol's 3-minute quiz will determine what the underlying root causes are that are keeping you from reaching your hair potential, and they will analyze your lifestyle, biology, and hair history. Start your hair growth journey today by taking Nutrafol's hair wellness quiz and get your personalized hair health plan today. For a limited time, they are offering our listeners $10 off their first month subscription and free shipping at Nutrafol.com/quiz, entering the promo code TheToast. Take the quiz, get started on reaching your hair wellness goals with Nutrafol today. That's Nutrafol.com/quiz, promo code TheToast. That's Nutrafol.com/quiz, promo code TheToast. Today's episode is brought to you by NurX, a digital healthcare platform that makes it easy to get the expert healthcare that you deserve at every step of your journey. We know that everybody is different, so NurX provides treatment and care that's personalized to you. Through life's changes and transitions, NurX is here to help you make informed choices about your health with care offerings like birth control, anti-aging prescription care, and treatment for common mental health concerns, all tailored to your unique health history and goals. So the experts at NurX are here to help. Their licensed medical providers possess in-depth knowledge and expertise in a range of common health concerns. They help patients find the right treatment options based on their preferences and health history. There's no more one-size-fits-all approaches. It's only effective, tailor-made solutions. From birth control to wrinkles and dark spot treatments, Nurex understands women's healthcare journeys are unique and ever-changing, and that's why Nurex's care model provides a comprehensive treatment option specific for women so that they can receive ongoing, high-quality, integrated care all in one place. So taking control of your reproductive health starts with Nurex. Their medical team is here to help with a wide range of reproductive and sexual health care needs. They have delivered birth control to more than 1.6 million patients in the US. It is accessible and discreet, so you can get your birth control received straight to your door in discreet packaging. No trips to the pharmacy are necessary. Thanks to Nurex for sponsoring the podcast. Taking control of your health starts here. Go to nurex.com/toast to get started. That's nurx.com/TOAST. Results may vary, not offered in every state. Medications prescribed only if clinically appropriate. Consultation required.
Thank you, Claudia.
It's just an absolute pleasure.
Our next story, some big music news. Big money moves for the band called Kiss. Kiss has sold their catalog, name, and likeness for $300 million to Pophouse Entertainment. So Pophouse Entertainment is a Sweden-based music investment firm that is responsible for ABBA's hologram show, like a tour.
Oh, yeah.
So now Kiss has sold all their crapola, and I think it's fair to say there will be a Kiss hologram tour, but they've sold all of their
What do you make of that, value-wise? 300 mil Kiss, when I think of name, likeness, the makeup, the logo, I think they have probably some of the strongest branding in band history. You could see a font and you would say that's the Kiss font, and then the tongues, the hair, the outfits, the makeup, and then of course the music. I would say it's extremely valuable. I feel like they could have gotten more.
I would say it's valuable, but that does still feel really high. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed, but I feel like it could have been 500, honestly.
What?
It's really iconic. It really is.
Okay, 500 million for a font?
No, not for a font, Jackie, for the brand.
And that.
Exactly.
For a tongue.
By the way, that's is valuable.
Can you name a Kiss song? Welcome to the Jungle? I'm just taking a stab in the dark.
Is that a name of the song? Was that a guess, or was that what you Googled?
That was my guess. Oh. And it's not on their top 5 on Spotify.
Give me their number 1 song, just the
title. I will, but now I need to see who sings Welcome to the Jungle. Guns N' Roses, literally same thing. I'm sorry.
But what does Kiss sing?
Okay, Kiss sings I Was Made for Lovin' You.
I don't think I know that one.
Rock and Roll All Night, is that
I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day.
Okay, I Was Made for Lovin' You is almost at 1 billion streams. I'm just gonna take a quick listen because we have to know it.
Okay, but we're gonna get demonetized.
We're right. We don't run ads.
No, I know, but when we turn it off. When we get demonetized, YouTube puts ads in our shit without us knowing. It's really annoying. I meant to tell you that we have to stop doing that. Playing music.
I guess we'll never know.
People were commenting why are there so many ads? I was like, I don't know. And it's because we got demonetized.
So that they monetized.
Yeah, I guess when we get bullshit.
When we get demonetized, we lose the choice to not have ads.
And then they just put that shit on us.
So we were choiceless.
Without consent, yeah.
Sick. Then also Detroit Rock City.
Okay, Loki, I feel like they have 2 ads.
Heaven's on Fire. Lick It Up.
Jackie, that's why they do this.
Yeah.
Okay, 300 feels right.
Yeah, I'm happy for them.
What do you think the Toast catalog, discography branding is worth?
I mean, to me, it's priceless. Seriously.
No, actually, given what we know about our business, and the industry, the landscape, if we were to sell everything.
Ourselves included, or us Advit?
Ourselves included.
We keep working. They don't, then get everything, and then, without us, it's worth 0.
Okay, no. Let's just say they get everything without us. What do you think our work is worth? I think our work is worth, without any future earnings, $25 million. I really do.
I agree with that. That's roughly what I was thinking.
And that's what I think the industry would value it at as well.
So
I think that's what the NASDAQ would say.
So Pophouse Entertainment, if you're interested in a Toast hologram tour, that's our price.
And I would love a hologram tour as long as they made me look skinny and tan.
I'm in bed? Great.
Yeah, right. But I'm earning. Obsessed.
Great. So
where do I sign up? ABBA, send the paperwork.
ABBA is a client, but yeah.
You know what I mean.
I love ABBA.
Swedish House Mafia, send the paperwork.
I love ABBA.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
But I
love
hate
ABBA
Mamma
too.
Mia.
Yeah.
It's such an
What's your
important
favorite ABBA
distinction.
song?
I think Dancing
And by the way,
Queen.
This is what I mean about Thursdays. Like, we could just have these types of conversations. You
Yeah,
know?
we're in no rush. Honestly, Dancing Queen, I know it's so basic, but like every time I hear that song, a chill runs through my body.
Okay, there are a lot of ABBA songs, Chiquitita, you and I know, that really give me the chills. But one in particular, because I feel like this you could add it to the list of stories I've said. Have I said this before?
I don't know what you're about to say.
The winner takes it all.
I was about to say Winner Takes It All too, but I don't know what's your story?
Did you guys ever see the documentary Keep Sweet, Pray and Obey? One moment really stuck with me when this girl was like really thinking about leaving this like fundamentalist, disgusting, like marrying young women cult. And somebody snuck her in like a Walkman and a CD, and the CD had one song on it. It was an ABBA CD with one song, and she went to this like mountaintop. It was giving very much Sound of Music. She's on this mountaintop, Jackie, and she's listening to this Walkman, and it's just this one song that she's listening to over and over again. The winner takes it all, and she decides to run away with her boyfriend and leave this cult. And then the next day, he decides to stay and snitches on her. Like, she made this huge decision, and then this man betrayed her. But they had this reenactment in the documentary. She's like literally in this, like, it's literally giving the Sound of Music, because she's in this frock from her cult and like this hat. And she's just sort of like standing in the wind, and her dress is flowing, and she's like, the winner takes it all, the loser standing tall. Like, it was really moving, and I just love that song.
It's a great song. I'm glad that brought you to it.
What's also, another ABBA one? Don't go wasting your
so good. Also, Gimme, 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 A Man After Midnight classic.
So relatable. Like, I feel like it's just like a lot of women like have a cocktail and they're just like, gimme, gimme, gimme.
Yeah. Mamma Mia, like classic. Yeah, fine. Take a Chance on Me. So cute.
Take a chance on me. Yes.
Lay All Your Love on Me.
That's what I was just singing. Lay all your love
on me. So good. Super Trooper, Margot's favorite song.
Super Trooper, lights are gonna blind you like I always do. By the way, I think I need to add some ABBA to my running playlist.
I was just thinking that sometimes like one song will come on and then I go to ABBA and I just listen to all of them. Voulez-vous, da-da-da-da-da, ba-ba. So good.
So good. I feel like TikTok has had a huge influence on ABBA, like having a resurgence. And I think honestly, if they went on tour, especially in America, like people would go, young people would go.
Oh my God, it's probably a blast. And I just want to say, I know TikTok is responsible for ABBA's resurgence, but the cream rises. Like, I'm sure TikTok tried with others.
Kiss.
I'm sure even, yeah, like I'm sure there was also, I think with companies like that, they sometimes will like put forth an artist just to see how much influence they have. Like, can we make this thing that nobody cares about? Can we get people to care about it? But ABBA, like, it's so organic.
It's true. It's talent.
Waterloo, what's that?
No clue. Don't play it.
She won't let me play it, so we'll never know. But it's #1 on This Is ABBA on Spotify.
I mean, feel free to leave the room and go listen to it. Like, for real, I'm not fucking around.
Wait, does this have a headphone jack? No. That's like... Oh, no.
I guess we'll never know what Waterloo sounds like. And that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Chiquitita, you were just saying that.
Chiquitita, you and I know.
What's Money, Money, Money?
I have no idea.
We'll never know because we can't play it.
We'll never know.
Are you ready for our 5th and final story?
Oh, it just feels so final, you know? But I am.
It is.
I actually have a busy day of things to do, so I shouldn't dilly-dally.
Yes. And so in more emerging news from Quiet on Set, Drake Bell joined the Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast, and he talked about the child, crimes against the child, charges against him, and started to clarify what it was going on. So Drake Bell...
And I have to say, I did my own research when the documentary came out, and I learned a lot about it too.
Yes, and a lot of people were like commenting things about the case, which you have to fact check, but it seems as though it's not like it wasn't so clear cut.
It's not black and white.
And now he's speaking out about it, and he said Drake Bell has vehemently denied the allegations that he groomed a teenage girl nearly 3 years after being arrested for crimes against a child. So he said Tuesday that the claims were not true and that he only pleaded guilty because he had been financially devastated at the time. He said on Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast, I responded on some DMs and was incredibly irresponsible and got myself into conversations that I shouldn't have had. I ended up finding out that I was talking to someone that I shouldn't have been talking to, and it snowballed into these allegations that were not true, and it just turned into this big thing. He pleaded guilty in June 2021 to a felony attempted child endangerment and misdemeanor disseminating matter harmful to juveniles. He was sentenced to 2 years of probation. He said, I just had a son and I didn't want to put my family through all of this anymore. I ended up going through the process the way that I did. Very regretful.
Yeah, a lot of something that I learned during my research on Drake Bell after Quiet on Set was that there were a lot of allegations made against him, and during the actual court process, it was proved that the girl actually lied about her age. Therefore, you can't groom someone if you think they're 19 or whatever, and that a lot of the allegations turned out to be not true. However, like he said, due to his circumstances, he just sort of let it happen. But then also I think it was kind of easy to believe, and maybe still is easy for people to believe, because that's how abuse works. It's a cycle. You become a victim of abuse and then you become an abuser. And it's on you to break the cycle, but a lot of people don't. Yeah.
So I think people believe this. Also, he pleaded guilty, so it didn't feel like
it's giving guilty.
Right. But now he's explaining why he did that, and that it's not what it seems, and it's not nearly as nefarious as we would have thought. So
yeah.
I'm glad he's having this opportunity to clear his name, because I do feel like up until Quiet on Set
it was a big question,
and he was just kind of discarded.
Yes,
as just
crazy,
and also pedophilic.
Yeah,
when it's
creepy.
there's so much more to the story, and it's not that.
Yeah. But also when he told his truth on Quiet on Set and everybody was really championing him, there was also this other conversation being had online. People being like, well, what? And honestly, good on Amanda for asking the question, because I think that's probably the number one question a lot of people had for him.
Yeah.
And it's well, thank you for sharing your story and everything, but what about this?
Yeah.
Two things can be true.
Yes, for sure. But I feel like now we're getting a full picture.
And I actually, I understand his explanation.
Yeah. So those are the Fast 5 stories.
You need to know them.
You need to know them. And if anything, I feel like it's going to inspire people to listen to ABBA today. And I feel like we can sleep well knowing that that's our influence.
I feel like today you're going to be influenced after this podcast to listen to ABBA and listen to the Redheads. Just an idea.
And I feel like you're going to be influenced to read the book.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Once I pick up my Kindle, that's what I'll read.
Once she picks up her Kindle, it's over for you bitches.
And also, the reason I haven't read is because I'm reading Demon Copperhead, and I want to read a physical copy of it, because when I'm out and about on the plane, and I'm reading Demon Copperhead, I want people to know I'm reading Demon Copperhead, So I haven't started it because I'm not starting that shit on my Kindle.
Because no one has seen you.
I'm not. I'm just not starting it on my Kindle. When I go to Israel, I'll be in the airport. I need everyone to know.
Yeah.
And
and right now right now you'd be reading at home, and no one would see what you're reading.
I can only read Demon Copperhead in public, so people know I'm a scholarly woman.
But don't you feel like you'll have a hard time processing the words if you're just thinking about everybody looking at you?
No, I thrive off of everybody looking at me.
No, yeah, you thrive, but that's not conducive to reading comprehension, especially with such a meaty, chewy book.
That's true. I might have to take some time to reading inside.
It's chewy.
Oh, don't say that. I'm hungry.
What are you going to have for lunch?
I don't know. My life has kind of become decentralized to lunch. Dinner is so my energy these days. I'm of course having lunch, but it's not
the
special.
Big to do.
I feel in recent weeks, we've talked about lunch extensively, and it's really been the center of my day. My whole day revolves around my dinner.
So you don't do your TWB or your wrap after this?
I haven't done a warm bowl or a wrap in a while. I was just kind of eating on the go, as a working woman, some chicken, some fruit, nothing exciting.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Dinner's the main event around here. Lunch, maybe some egg whites. Even I was thinking maybe a Taylor Farms, but last time I had a Taylor Farms for lunch, it sat out on the table. I couldn't even get around to finishing it.
Because we're busy working women.
Yeah, we need a smoothie.
Perfect for a gal on the go. Guys, it's been a pleasure hanging with you. Thank you so much for listening to the Toast Millennial Morning Show, where we deliver the Fast 5 stories that you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So at Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iRadio, CastBox, all the places wherever you listen to podcasts. Find us at Toast, leave a 5-star review about our beautiful setting and kidly talented we are. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you tomorrow for Friday.
Love ya. Bye.